You've been injured in an accident. You're wondering, how is my attorney going to prove my injuries at trial? I'm Dave Glatthorn. I'm an attorney in West Palm Beach, exclusively representing injured people. And there's two basic ways that we prove the losses to our clients at trial. One is through medical testimony, and that's what this video is about. Now, it's important to keep in mind that when you're talking to 6 people on a jury, none of them know anything about medicine generally. And it's also important to keep in mind that every human being absorbs 80% of their information visually through their eyes. So having a doctor just sit there on a stand and read his operation notes or read his notes is not going to persuade a jury. It's not going to get the information across that you need. So we do a lot of visual demonstrations, not only for the value of the doctor having the tools to educate the jury, but also so the jury gets a real feel for what this person went through and can kind of put themselves in the place of the injured person. This is an example of a fairly typical trial display we'll do, which breaks down the surgery into different parts and allows the doctor to stop and explain. It's better than doing a video because the doctor can stop at different points. Now, as you see here, what we actually did in this case was actually took a picture of my client and morphed it into the operation itself. And this goes through in a kind of a timeline. So this is the beginning of the timeline, and the doctor will show, okay, when we go in to do this fusion in your neck, we have to open up your neck. And you know, after 6 months after the operation, oh, there's a scar there. So a jury's not going to know that, and they're going to realize, my goodness, that's a significant thing to go invade someone's body like that. Now this is a close-up of what the disc is, and it shows the doctor coming in with an instrument, taking out the disc right here, and removing the disc that's herniated. Then the next process is to put something in place for where the disc was. And here, this part of the storyboard, if you want to call it that, is where the doctor is actually hammering in bone matter into my client's neck to stabilize her neck. And to further stabilize her neck, he has to put in instruments, actually a plate. And you see here the plate's got 3 screws into the bones into her neck, so that neck is fused solid. And then finally what we do is we incorporate in x-rays that show the position, the actual position, what is in her neck at the time of trial. And we find that this gives the jury the information they need to properly compensate someone for what they went through. Now, if you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions. You're going to have concerns. Call me. We can answer your questions. We can address your concerns. 659-1999. I'm Dave Glatthorn. Thank you for watching this video.